Hi, good morning to everyone. At the time of COVID, it is Hercule's task for every parents and the teacher to teach online and to make the students to learn and do their work in online. Especially while teaching English is the Hercule's task for many people. Here, I will tell you a basic way how to make them to learn with fun. The basic thing what we are going to say is make them to learn English through games. A key challenge for any ESL teacher, whether experienced or a recent graduate, is to keep students engaged. And one of the best ways to do this is to incorporate some classroom games to make learning more fun and exciting. Games also make great rewards for students who do well in class or as treat if the class focus on their core work during the body of the lesson. As a teacher, having a few 5-minute activities that require little resource can be hugely helpful if a lesson finishes a bit earlier than expected. Here is our top 10 games to implement in the ESL classroom. Here, at the time of our COVID-19, it is not only the teachers from school, but also now parents are acting as teachers in their home. By doing this game, automatically they are making their children to be build their vocabulary in a nice manner. The first game is Last Man Standing. This is the game which students the time to think and encourage peer learning. As they hear other students speaking, they will pick up on some words. Have all the students from a circle and stand at the circle with a ball. All you have to do is name a category, food, place, hobbies, etc. and pass the ball to one student. Let them toss to another student, and as they name a word related to the theme, if they repeat a word or can't say any more words, they need to sit down. The last man standing wins the game. Here in this, at the time of lockdown, the parents what they do is because everyone is working there in the home, at least spend some time to the children, and you can start the game by having the ball in your hand and say food. By having the word food, and you just pass the word what are the food items they know, just make them to tell those words and circulate the ball. If the people are repeating the same word, they are out from the game, and at the last one who speak more than that is there is n number of rounds, the bar may be circulate several times. By that the children learn different words related to the word food. And if you are telling about the word education, we may tell about teacher, blackboard, classroom, book, what are all the items related to the education. The children or the people around you may tell. Automatically the children is learning more vocabulary without knowing having any construction. By playing the game, the children is learning so much of vocabulary. And second game is charades. Here this is a popular game which is similar to Pictionary. This is a great game to get your students to move. First you have to write down a couple of words on paper. Make sure most of the students know them. Divide the class into two groups, and one person from each team will choose a paper and act the word out. A team receives a point for every word guessed correctly. It may be possible in the classroom, but in our home what we will do is we just show the word. That is, once we are showing the word happy, we have to make the children to act and make the other person to express what the word is. While by doing the acting, automatically up to the exact word would come, the children would act, or you just act and make the children to say as many words as possible. So automatically these charades will improve the acting ability of your children and also make them to understand so many vocabulary which is related to that, and they can remember and recall, and they can have a problem solving and crucial trend setting technology by using this kind of games. And next one is there is Pictionary. Here this Pictionary is like a character. There is a carrot, but our students will draw And then instead of acting the word out, you can use the cards from the actual board game for this activity or make your own. Similar to charades, you also need to divide the class into two teams. One person from team A and come to the front of the board and draws the card a word. The student must convey the word to his or her team using our only drawings. There are certain rules such as students cannot use words, symbols or hand gestures. Each student should have a time limit of 3 minutes. The first team to get 10 points is the winning team. Here it would be most probably classroom activity we are doing like that. By showing the picture, we are making the students to guess the word and they have to tell what the word exactly we are meaning. In the meantime, there is no need to buy any board or something there for this. Instead of doing that, what we have to do is, for this Pictionary, we can draw our own picture and make the children to tell as many words related to the picture, and automatically while the word what we are having in our mind, the students reach that, they can enroll as many vocabulary as possible and they can know many words too. Their drawing ability is also enabled by doing this thing. And next one is board race. The board race is a fun game that is used for revising vocabulary. Here what we do, I will tell that, divide the class into two teams and give each team a that is color marker. Draw a line down the middle of the board and write a topic at this in the center, and the topic, the students must then write as many words related to the topic in a relay way. The first person will write the first word and pass the colored marker to the next in line. Score each team with 1 point for each correct word. Unreliable or misspelled words are not counted. In the classroom activity, the board race is to be done like that, but in our home what we'll do is, we just take a paper and then we just draw two lines and then we'll write the words, vocabulary which is related to the sentence. That is, if you are talking about the word that is online, we will make the children to write as many words which is coming there in the online. Or if you are just what are the words they recall, and then we just make, if it is a small kid, ask them to tell the words and you write that. If it is little bit 4th and 5th standard, make them to write on their own. If it is a college student, make them to go for very good vocabulary and they can write their own words. By that, their the way of thinking ability is to be improved and then they can understand many vocabulary. In the meantime, they should never use the same vocabulary what they are knowing already. They have to use some tough vocabulary and they have to find some new things there from the dictionary. At least you make them to just go through some other words which is there from dictionary or from daily newspapers. Like that, they can make themselves better. And next one is taboo words. This taboo words is looking for the game which can help your students practice symbols. And then next one is descriptions. Here what we are doing is try taboo words suitable for some advanced learners. Divide the class into two and have the two teams sit on opposite sides of the room facing each other. One choose person to sit in front of the team, stand behind the students and hold a piece of paper with a word on it. The team has 3 minutes to get the one in front to the say the word on paper. They can't say the word, they can only mention synonyms and descriptions of the word you are holding. That is, what would happen is, you are the one who are making to sit in the front and all the team members may show the word, and what we'll do is, you have to just give some synonyms related words. By make that, you can make them to guess the word and they have to say the correct word. So if you are doing like that, automatically their creative awareness is improved and automatically the vocabulary is also improved by doing this. So in this video I discussed the 5 games and you practice that for your children. I hope this surely help them to get a very good vocabulary. Okay friends, in the next video I will tell what are the other 5 games we can do to improve our students vocabulary or our children's vocabulary. Okay, see you, bye, thank you.